Hi everybody and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have my first weekly wrap up of 2016. So excited. I just am. This is coming to you a little bit early, a day and a half early. Usually I do these Wednesday afternoon. And but I'm actually home from work today because I have to go back to my hometown to deal with stuff for my new job and for my car and things like that. So I was going to bring back my books to my parents' house, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have to film a video first. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know why I put them in this bag. So I have 4 books to share with you. So let's just get started. The first book that I finished this year was Standoff by Andrew Smith. This is the sequel to Winger. I started this book last year in the year 2015. I was listening to the audiobook, and because I really didn't want to pay for this book because I really disliked Winger, but I just really wanted to at least give it a shot because at that point I was kind of working out and I was getting free audiobooks from my library, I was borrowing them. And then my internet went fluky with it was just eating all my data plan, so I stopped listening. And then I found it at the library that day that we went, and I was like, I might as well just get this over with and finish it. I gave it 2 stars, and the only reason why I didn't give it 1 star was because of the audiobook. The audiobook made it kind of interesting to listen to, but these characters and these storylines just really irritate me. I don't know what it is about them, but it's just not fun to read. I know everybody loves Winger, and I really don't understand why, because he is just this 15-year-old jerk, especially in this one. I know you could probably say, oh, in the end, he kind of changed and has a heart. No, it doesn't make up for all the stuff that he did in the beginning of the book, and I don't feel for these characters. I don't care about them. I think they're really highly unrealistic. I can't do this book. I just can't. And I don't know if this is if there's going to be more or if this is it, but I just don't think I'm going to continue because I just cannot stand these characters. And then after that, Saturday, Patrick and I finally kind of stopped for the first time all vacation. And then he decided he was going to go out with his brothers, and I was like, you go right on ahead. I am staying home. So I stayed home, and I just relaxed, and I finally got to sit and just enjoy a book. So I read a book in one sitting, which I haven't done in a while. And I read What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. I still haven't figured out how to pronounce his name. This book was so good. I came so close to giving it 5 stars. I gave it 4.5. This book is about a girl who kind of wakes up the morning after a really raging party, and she kind of doesn't remember things. She kind of remembers bits and pieces, and then after that, come to find out 4 of the school's basketball elite basketball players get arrested for rape and distribution of pornography, and it happened at that party. So it's she kind of has this the whole town is kind of supporting these basketball players, and she kind of feels there's more to the story, and it's kind of her trying to put back those bits and pieces that she forgot. I thought this was really, really good. It just reminded me of a Lifetime Movie Network story, which I love those kinds of stories, and it was so good. I just felt the reason why I couldn't give it the full 5 stars was I just felt there needed to be a little bit more oomph in it. I don't even know how to describe it. I just felt there should have been a little bit more. It just gave me a little bit more, and I think I would have been completely fine and would have given it 5 stars. But there was a point where I was debating giving it 5 stars, which means that it was still really good, and I highly recommend this book. I do plan on eventually buying this book to have in my collection, so I think that says a lot. And then on Sunday, it was another day where we kind of just relaxed, watched football, went grocery shopping, and just relaxed. So I was able to get another book in, and that was Dangerous Deception by Cami Garcia and Margaret Soul. This is the sequel to Dangerous Creatures, which is the spinoff to the Beautiful Creatures series. This follows Link and Ridley. This book was interesting. I gave it 4 stars. I'm kind of not loving this series. Like, as much as, like, I think I gave all the Beautiful Creatures books 4 stars, I think those books were a lot better than these. I just don't know if I really love the direction that this storyline is taking us. Um, but I am really engaged and interested to get the third book. I'm assuming there's going to be a third book. The way this ends, there has to be, but I haven't seen anything about it yet. But I thought it was still decent. Like, I just don't really love the direction it's heading in. It's still like the same Cami Garcia, Margaret Stoll world that I love. I just don't like the direction it's heading. But 4 stars. And then yesterday, I thought I was going to finish this book, but then I ended up having to finish it this morning because I ended up having to take Bella to the emergency, like, vet thing. Like, nothing serious. It's just, we were hanging out last night. We saw her, like, licking herself, and she ended up having, like, this big, like, scab thing, like, where she, like, completely, like, licked away the fur around it and, like, scabby. It was, like, really weird looking. So especially being at a complete indoor cat, and now she has no interaction even with Lilo or Rowdy, I just immediately was like, we need to take her somewhere because I just needed that, like, peace of mind. So we ended up taking her to the vet, and of course, did me or Patrick think to bring books? No, Patrick even forgot his phone. We were there at least in and out in an hour, which was pretty good because we got there at 8:30, and they were telling us that we might not get to see the vet until 11, which was crazy, but we were in and out by 9:30, which was really great. She is okay. I think it's just, they think that it might be like a dermatology type of thing because they were asking him, like, all sorts of questions, but they couldn't find a puncture wound or anything. So that's what they think it is. They gave her some cortisone so that way she won't lick it, and then some antibiotics. So hopefully she'll be good as new shortly. I mean, she's right now scratching in her little house right here, so she's doing good, but that kind of gave us a little bit of a scare. So I didn't get to finish this book till this morning, which is A-okay in my mind. And I finally reread Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. This book I read first in 2012, and I was interested. It was interesting because before I started it, and then I looked on Goodreads to add it to, like, my currently reading list, and it said that I only gave it 3 stars. I mean, I remember this one wasn't really my favorite of the whole series. Like, it definitely is one of those series that gets better as it goes. But I was just kind of interested to see that. But then again, at that point, like, I wasn't keeping Goodreads as Goodreads until the end of that year. So I started just kind of adding books that I read throughout the year and rating them. So I don't know if that was a complete accurate description of my thoughts. I gave it 5 stars this time. And, of course, Goodreads is giving me a hard time. I switched editions so that way this would count for both my 2012 goal and my 2015 goal. And, of course, now it's saying that I only read 56 instead of 57 books in 2012, so it completely, like, got rid of it. And it really irritates me because most of the books that I'm going to reread are from that year, so it's going to look like I read nothing that year if this doesn't get fixed. So that's frustrating, but I definitely still love this series. I really wish I could just, like, take all 6 home and, like, marathon them all because I'm really sucked in. I'm definitely going to probably pick up book 2 at my house so that way eventually I could pick that one up, but I'm so excited to finally be rereading this series, and I do have the movie, which I have not watched yet, so maybe that's going to come up soon, and maybe I could do a book to movie adaptation review, so let me know if you're interested in that. And that's what I read this week. I mean, granted, I came to you a little bit early. I don't know when I'm going to pick up quite yet. I know there's a book that's supposed to be pre-ordered that's supposed to be coming to my parents' house today, so I might pick that one up. But I might just bring a book with me, too, just in case. So we shall see. I hope you guys